What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to episode number 233 of Smack Talk, presented by SmarkOutMoment.com. I am your host of the panel, Tony Mango, and joining me on the mic for this episode is Mike Payton. Steven Wago.
Sound effect.
And then a secondary one, right?
Secondary sound effect.
Ha! I get it. And Kaylin Ferris.
Now, it might just be me, but it sounded like you said snack talk at the top of the show. So can we actually talk about snacks instead?
Some Dunkaroos.
I could go for some Dunkaroos. You heard they're bringing back Ecto Cooler, right?
Yeah.
It's a trap.
Oh, man.
Now they need to bring back PB Crisps. And 3D Doritos. Oh, man, I'm hungry now.
Good stuff.
All right, guys. Our main event for this episode is actually going to be something that you guys voted secondary on for our little poll that we had going on for the Mega Maniacs, because we're going to incorporate what you guys had voted on for the main event into our hot tags. We've got talk of releases and everything else coming in that for part 2. Rest will break us in part 3. The part 4 main event is going to be a new segment, retain, repackage, or release, kind of a marry, fuck, kill situation. I'll explain it a little bit more later on. We got the Fantasy League at the end of the show, and part 1 is the same that it always is. This is the time for the wrestling trivia question of the week, otherwise known as the Ask Him.
Ask him.
Ask him. So, let's go back in time, talk about what happened last week for the Asked Him. It's still so awkward, I can't say it right. Those were submitted by Wago, and they were about Ryback. So the first question, which was to the panel, was how many Slammy Awards has Ryback won? And the panel last week was Drew, and he didn't quite get it correct. It was 5 of them. He won Shocker of the Year, Trending Now, Crowd Chant of the Year, and Newcomer of the Year, all in 2012. Or actually, no, Shocker of the Year was 2010. And Match of the Year in 2014. Oddly enough, Ryback getting Match of the Year. Question to the audience last week was, what 2 championships has Ryback won during his wrestling career, which were the WWE Intercontinental Championship and the OVW Heavyweight Championship. So let's break down who said what in our comments here. The Dominator 396, or 39, or wait, what's your number? Yeah, 39, says, I see OVW and the World Cunt title.
What?
The World Cunt
that one?
title. You might have won that, I don't know. Christopher Marin says, I was going to ask for a nickname like everyone else, but name isn't cool. Can we think of a nickname for Christopher Marin?
Yeah, Christopher Moron.
This is
Pretty
a secondary, so we got Moron Supremo and Christopher Moron.
Yeah, there could be a tag team.
Oh, there you go. You guys are a tag team now. You're best friends. He guessed correctly, Intercontinental and OVW. Peter Piccinini guesses correctly as well. He says, fun fact, Ryback debuted April 6, 2012 in Orlando, Florida on Friday Night SmackDown. Very fun. Mark Swaby says, I know he won the IC title, but I couldn't be bothered to Google the answer this week, but everyone else is saying OVW, so I'll go with that too. Smart man, go with the crowd. That works with at least Who Wants to Be a Millionaire most of the time. Guest 5 says, Ryback chuckle, the fat guys. What? Lost track of what that's supposed to be a reference to. William Carey says, I see and maybe tag with Nexus under Freebird rules, I'm guessing. Incorrect on the second one there. And Bobby Lesnar says, Silent Wind of Doom. Actually, he says, Silent Wind of Doom, because it's all in caps. I still am waiting for you to answer. And no yelling this week. You put Silent Wind of Doom in caps, we're going to yell that. Tony, thanks for the shout out. Paid in the Raw post show has not been on YouTube for 2 weeks. Any update on what's going on with that? Should they just be checking out iTunes from now on?
Yeah, like the very first time he asked that, I told him to check it out on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. As for the State of the Raw post show, I will have an announcement at the end of the show.
Alrighty. And Bobby Lesnar also says, I see and should be a U.S. champion as well. Yeah, he should have been. God damn it. That's for sure. So this week's set of questions, they are about Extreme Rules, and I kind of went back in time, looked at some previous things that have happened over the past couple of years. So question to the panel, what was Extreme Rules called before it was Extreme Rules?
Backlash?
One night stand.
One Night
One
Stand,
Night
yep. 2007, the tagline was Extreme Rules. I didn't remember about that until I started looking into things. So it just goes to show you how forgettable One Night Stand was, when they stopped doing the whole ECW thing.
No, One Night Stand was awesome.
The original
That
one.
reminded me, both of them. 2006, that was the one where John Cena went into enemy territory. That was a great show.
The 2007 one that was labeled Extreme Rules, wasn't that the one with Big Show and Batista?
He's strictly talking outside of ECW. He's just talking about the WWE partition, which was kind of lame.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a good match with Umaga and Jeff Hardy, but that's the only thing I fucking remember from it.
I don't remember the first one, but shit, ever since that one where they had Brock Lesnar return, Extreme Rules has been a decent show.
Well, the question to the audience, what was the reason why the first ever Extreme Rules pay-per-view event in 2009, not the 2007 One Night Stand thing, did not have all matches with Extreme Rules gimmick stipulations? Because that was supposed to be the thing at the time. But there was a reason why that didn't end up actually taking place. If you think you know the answer, or you want to take a guess, then leave a comment below on YouTube or send a hashtag Ask Him tweet at us at SmarkOutMoment. And next week I'll tell you the answer and anything else that we need to break down as well. And we're going to continue on in part 2 with the hot tags of the week. Stay tuned if you are on iTunes. If you're on YouTube, click on part 2. Hot tags coming up next.